A movie with crazy killer robots? Can't go wrong. Five Nights at Freddy's is gonna give you a scary Halloween, and we're gonna tell you all the hidden details you missed from the new movie trailer. So let's analyze it. In the scene where Abby enters the dining room in Freddy Fazbear's pizzeria, she says hello in this way.
Hello?
It's a nod to the greeting that Balloon Boy makes in the Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Hello? Came to say hello.
In case there were any doubts about Mike's last name, there's an element in his house that makes it clear. This clock here. The sun shape of this clock matches the one seen in Michael's house in the game Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. We don't think it's a coincidence. Some fans see a parallel between the colors of Mike's tie and shirt and William's during the call. Maybe they're out of their minds and, what? What is that? Oh, it says subscribe to our channel. That way you're not gonna miss anything about Five Nights at Freddy's. Are you wondering who is the boy who's saying goodbye to Mike from the car in the middle of the forest? His name is Garrett, according to the movie's casting, and he is likely Mike's brother, who he lost after the 1983 accident, right before the ghost children had appeared, so this whole scene is a hallucination. It's very likely that the movie will tell how Mike inadvertently killed his brother as a prank, and for that, we also have the actor who plays younger Mike, right at the age when the accident occurred. On the wall with a bunch of drawings, we can find 3 Easter eggs from the Five Nights at Freddy's games. The first one is Balloon Boy, the animatronic that blocked the player's movements in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. On the other hand, there is a drawing of a rainbow, referring to Chica's magic rainbow from FNAF World, which, by the way, has its own ice cream shop in the movie. You can also see Spring Bonnie right in this drawing here. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza has real arcade games in the movie. What you see here is Cyclone, a game where you have to stop the light at the exact time to get points. As people play, points accumulate, and if you're lucky and the wheel stops at the exact point, you get a bunch of tickets. According to Vanessa, the animatronics want to turn Abby into one of them, and even though for that she has to die, they don't seem to be very violent with her. Although there are scenes where Abby flees from Foxy, there are also others where she is near Foxy and doesn't seem especially scared. Surely they all end up being very good friends, which reminds us of FNAF The Silver Eyes book, where it's revealed that the animatronics didn't want to kill Jason, but to protect him. Maybe Vanessa misinterpreted Foxy, Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy's intentions, and their true purpose is to protect Abby from adults like William Afton. After the scene where Hunk gets trapped in a closet with Bonnie, we can already write off the character, but not quite so fast, because his actor has said that he doesn't necessarily have to die at that moment, so if you had plans for him, they can still be in place. Who hasn't ever found a giant robot in the backseat of a car? The final scene of the trailer is a joke. How can Golden Freddy be riding in the backseat of a taxi? The answer to this is the same as in the games. Golden Freddy appears as a hallucination to certain people, so it's normal that the taxi driver wouldn't care much. But it can also be something really crazy. Mike would be inside the Golden Freddy suit and would be accompanying Abby in a taxi to the pizzeria to face William. In the promotional poster, Golden Freddy is holding Abby's hand, and Mike usually holds his sister's hand in that way. This would aim to get the animatronics on their side, as they wouldn't attack either child or other animatronics, forcing Mike to disguise himself to go unnoticed. In this trailer, you can clearly see the 5 ghost children from Five Nights at Freddy's, representing Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Freddy, and Golden Freddy. If you notice, in the games, Golden Freddy's spirit is supposed to be a girl named Cassidy, but in the books, it's a boy. William Afton is the Purple Man, but in the movie, it seems he'll use a pseudonym so he won't be recognized, Steve Raglan, which doesn't tell us much, although it could be an anagram of everlasting, which we can interpret as eternal. Afton also changed his name in the books, implying that the movie will be more related to the books than we expected. The surprise of the first Five Nights at Freddy's movie is seeing William Afton inside the spring Bonnie suit. Now the million-dollar question is whether William is alive or dead. On the pro-life side, we have that William killed with a knife in the books using the spring Bonnie suit. Also, it seems that Mike talks to him on the phone before getting his security guard position. But pay attention, because here comes the plot twist. William could already be dead, and what we see in the trailer would be Springtrap. The entire video would be conveniently edited to make us believe that William talks to Mike, and just as it happens with Mike's flashback in his child vision, William would appear in several scenes from the past. And well, beyond that, the manufacturer of the Springtrap mask fully showed it a few months ago, so we can almost certainly rule out that William Afton is still human. Several scenes from the trailer correspond to the final stretch of the movie. Vanessa appears injured in the hospital with Mike by her side. The drawing on the refrigerator is at the house, and Abby would have already met Vanessa. Finally, the taxi takes Abby from her house to the pizzeria, being at least the second time she visits the pizzeria. Scott Cawthon is taking great care to faithfully represent the world of Five Nights at Freddy's from the video games in the movie. The control office has the celebration poster, the phone, the same security cameras, and even the same drink can. The dining room has the Showtime button on the wall, and in the prize corner, you can see the toys and plushies that appeared in Help Wanted, some of them being the ones on sale in the official store. The Five Nights at Freddy's movie is more inspired by the books than by the games, and it makes quite a few references to Scott Cawthon's tales about FNAF. The drawing of Spring Bonnie with the 5 murdered children is very similar to the one that appears in the 4th closet. The way Abby comes out of the ball pit parallels the cover of the book into the pit. In Room for One More, the security guard Stanley wakes up alarmed, just like Mike when the Torador song plays. Charlie hides in the arcades in the first Five Nights at Freddy's book, just as Abby does in the movie. In The Silver Eyes, William Afton attacks with a knife while wearing the spring Bonnie suit. Finally, in the books, the spirit of Golden Freddy is a boy, as it is in the movie. In one of the shots, you can see the Employee of the Month list, which are actually FNAF YouTubers. We have Daco, Fusion Z Gamer, 8-Bit Ryan, DJ Sturf, Baz, Rasbo Sky, and Corey X Kenshin as the taxi driver. And let's go out with an extra hidden detail that if you saw the previous trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, you surely noticed. When Mike is hired as a security guard and arrives at his new job, he plays a videotape that someone had left him. In it, you can see a girl explaining the basics of how the pizzeria works. The thing is, this video appeared at the beginning of the teaser for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and now part of it is seen on the screen. The music that plays during the video belongs to the band The Romantics, being the chorus of their song Talkin' in Your Sleep. This track was released in 1983, and what else happened in 1983? That's right, the bite of 1983. Beyond this joke, it confirms that this movie takes place quite some time later, probably somewhere in the 90s or late 80s. Maybe next time you'll have subscribed to our channel, and we'll get to appear in the next Five Nights at Freddy's movie too. For now though, we're sure you'll love our videos about the saga that we're leaving here for you. See you next time!